We've got breaking news. Coach Jsi Wint's leaving ULM to head to the NFL to become the offensive coordinator for the New Orleans Saints. He's going to get a 3-year deal, which means the Coach Jsi Wint Carousel Dynasty comes to an end today with our appearance in the Bahamas Bowl. Let's see if we can go out on top. Unfortunately, I wanted to keep this dynasty going, but the views really crashed off and I got inconsistent, which caused everybody to just kind of forget about this dynasty. So I wanted to wrap it up with one final episode. We're going to finish up our season and see how our Warhawks finish. We got a good one today against Liberty. I expect us to be able to win this game, but Liberty's a very good team. They're ranked in the top 25, and they're somebody that we aspire to become. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to quite reach that mountaintop as we're going to shoot for finishing with 8 wins. Like I said, this year we've been fantastic on offense. That's what led to Coach Wint getting his opportunity in the NFL. I mean, sometimes you got to do things unconventional, and that's what the New Orleans Saints decided to do after their terrible season that they've been having. So we go to the ground game to open it up. Lester Iverson's going to get a big carry and get the first down. He's been fantastic this year. He has over 1,600 yards. He's really been a great back for us, and he's also going to declare for the NFL draft. He's already announced that. Hopefully he gets drafted. I'm going to drop it in at the end of this episode and see where he ends up going, as we're going to convert that big third down here to Joe Basley and keep this drive alive. Reese Mooney's feeling pressure, and it's a screen to Lester Iverson. Down to the 30, juke inside, big play. First down, Warhawks. Once again, we're moving the ball really well on this drive, and that's exactly what we expect to do as Iverson powers ahead. That's another great carry right back to him. Our offense is leaning into him today, as we knew it's his final game, so we want to get him as many stats as possible, honestly. But we're at third down, so we got to check it down underneath and get the easy first down. I was really excited to see how some of these guys developed that we recruited in here, and my big mistake in this dynasty was leaving UMass. I never should have done it. It was the wrong decision, but we got to live with that. Look at that throw by Reese Mooney to J.J. Harrell. That was a beautiful pass to give us a 7-0 lead here early in the Bahamas Bowl. I mean, what a great way to go out for Coach Wint, man. You get a free vacation down to the Bahamas. I mean, it's not too bad in Louisiana this time of the year, but man, it's got to be nice to get a free trip out of it and then be able to head off to the NFL and probably try to land your dream job up there. Coaching in the NFL is a lot easier than in college, so honestly, I don't blame him at all. You're also going to notice in this episode, unfortunately, our audio is all out of whack. I tried to get it synced back up, and I just couldn't do it. And I'll be honest, once I decided to end the series, I quit fighting with the audio. So this probably isn't my best quality video, and I do want to apologize for that if you're here. But I do expect better of myself, and you'll see in future videos of our new dynasty that we get started, which looks like it's going to be the Virginia Cavaliers right now. I haven't gotten a strong response, which is pretty disappointing, but it does kind of make sense considering the state of the channel right now. Unfortunately, things haven't been going particularly well, and I have a lot of fixing to do to get my community back. I think leaving UMass kind of ruined it, and unfortunately, there's not much I can do but try to correct it with a new dynasty. So we're going to talk a lot in this episode. I'm going to also almost use this as like a channel update. Like I said, it's the final episode of the series. We're going to mention big plays. We're going to follow along, but at the same time, I'm really disappointed that I wasn't able to do more with this. It just kind of became time to move on, unfortunately. So that's what we're going to do is we go to Iverson on the ground, and look at that spin move. That's beautiful for a big first down right there. We're almost through the first quarter, and we're leading 7-3. You've seen Liberty hit that field goal. We're backed up, though. It's 3rd down and 8. This is probably the final play of the quarter as Mooney's looking to pass, feeling pressure, and look at that throw to J.J. Harrell. That was beautiful. That was placed perfectly. That's a great way to keep the drive going. As you can see, on offense, we've been the far superior team so far. We've been really good, but Liberty's been able to move the ball as well. They're averaging 6 yards a play. They just weren't able to punch it into the end zone, and you know, if we keep throwing balls like that with Mooney, we're not going to be able to punch it in, because that was probably one of the worst passes I've ever seen as we go back to Iverson on the ground. 6 yards is a great pickup, bringing up 3rd down and 4. Mooney down the field, and look at that. Once again, it's Joe Basley down to the 20-yard line. I'm really going to miss some of these guys on this team. Basley's somebody that was good, but he was a senior anyway. J.J. Harrell, on the other hand, who had the touchdown, man, I was really excited to see what he could do for us next year. He developed a lot. The first year, I was ready to cut him and have him transfer away. This year, he's become a reliable number 1. As you look at that throw and catch again, J.J. Harrell's in the end zone, extending our lead up to 14-3. Like I said, he's somebody I was really excited to see how he developed. Unfortunately, it just didn't work out for us. Like I said, gonna kind of try to quit dwelling on that, but it's a little frustrating that I had to end this series, and I take a lot of blame for that. And that's where, like I said, we're going to talk in this episode. I'm sorry about that. If anybody watches these videos and is disappointed or has recommendations, 2025 is a new year, and I'm excited to get into it. I'm really excited to get into my draft content. That's starting to come out. We're going to be rolling out shorts with mock drafts, and I'm going to be able to start explaining them as well, because I took a break basically for the entire month of December when it came to video games and just uploading content to the channel because I was so frustrated as Liberty's going to get a breakaway run here and go in for 6. Touchdown, Flames. That's going to make this a 4-point ball game as it's 14-10. Let's see if our offense can answer. We're going down the field and J.J. Harrell drops that. That should have been a huge play for us as we're going to go to the read option game and bring in Noah Lugo, who's going to get the edge, and wow, look at that spin, and then he fumbles it. Are you kidding me? That was sick. He spun out like 4 people, gets the first down, gets some extra yards, and then he just drops the ball. That's so disappointing, man. That's been like the epitome of his career here with us. I brought him in to be our starter, and he is nothing but a disappointment. So I'm glad I don't have to, make a decision on him, because honestly, I probably would cut him if we're just being fully honest. I'd probably cut him and move on. But like I was saying, guys, 2025 is a new year. I'm excited. We're going to start a new dynasty. We're going to get into our draft content. I'm going to be able to upload those where I go through the mock draft and explain my picks. As always, if you want to see them first, I upload them as a short. I don't put any words on there. I don't explain anything. I just upload them. And then I'm going to come out with a video, and then I'll be able to explain each pick and why I made the decision I made. And I'm hoping you guys really enjoyed it. I love doing draft content. I love playing video games. Unfortunately, we missed a big opportunity here. I thought we had J.J. Harrell for a touchdown. That's going to bring up a 3rd down and 3 as Mooney's going to convert it. That's a nice throw to Brian Perez, who jukes inside and gets us down to the 16-yard line. Our offense is moving today. We've been able to pass the ball really well as we go to backup running back here. That's a solid carry. Only went for about 2 or 3. Again, Mooney's looking to pass, feeling pressure. And, woo, that went into triple coverage. That was stupid. That's going to force us to settle for 3 if we can hit this kick, and we do. It's going to give us a 7-point advantage, but there's a flag, and it looks like they ran or roughed the kicker. Let's see what they call here. They're going to give us the 1st down out of this, so let's see if we can punch it in for 6. Now back to Iverson, and look at that sweet spin move. That gets him down to the 3-yard line. 2nd and goal. We're going to actually pass with Mooney. Feeling pressure, he barely got that away. There wasn't anybody open. He should have just thrown it away quicker. 3rd and goal, back to Lester Iverson, lowering his shoulder, and he's going to go down at the 1. We call a timeout here to figure out what we're going to do, and we decide to go for it. Lester Iverson gets the carry, lowers his shoulder, and he powers in. Touchdown. Warhawks. That's going to give us a 21-10 advantage here today. That was a big play by Lester Iverson, and that penalty really, really hurt the Flames. That's going to be something we're going to have to monitor and see if that ends up affecting the outcome of this game, because that's a big tipping point. That's a 4-point swing, and that could really affect, like I said, the final score. So we got to see. Hopefully it doesn't for the Flames' sake. Either way, we'll take that touchdown and we'll take the lead. As you can see, though, Liberty's been able to move the ball pretty well until Austin Ackle gets in there and gets the sack. It's 3rd and 16, 50 seconds before halftime. They go out wide. That should have been an easy tackle, and instead we give up a 1st down to the Flames. That's a big mistake. We should have had that, man, as they're looking to pass. And again, they got a wide open receiver. Nobody around him, down all the way to the 15-yard line. They're in perfect field position, or actually, that's the 10-yard line, even better, as they go out to the flat, pick up a couple extra yards there. Hopefully, we at least hold them to 3. There's 17 seconds left in the half. They're on the move, and look at that. That's Emmanuel Hawkins getting a sack. They decide to spike the ball with 5 seconds left. They should be able to drill this field goal. It is up, and it is good. It's going to be a 21-13 score here at halftime. Liberty's been pretty good. They've continued the fight in this game. Our defense has been pretty good, but they've been a little up and down. We've struggled against the ground game, which is something I honestly don't think we traditionally struggle against. It's a little odd to see us go out this way. And I should mention in this game as well, the players had no idea Coach Wint was leaving yet. We played this, and then, the NFL doesn't really end until after all your bowl games are played. This one had long been played. We had finished, really started recruiting and, doing everything for the offseason. And then Coach Wint shocked the world by taking the job with the New Orleans Saints and just moving on. So it's not like these guys weren't motivated or extra motivated coming into it. This is just another game looking to build upon the future, as Lester Iverson's throwing a little stiff arm there and picking up a few extra yards. They got Folk in the game. He's going to get a carry, and look at that space, man. That's a 10-yard run. He showed a lot of power on that. He's slow as heck, but he does have some power in his game. As we go back to Iverson, who's bottled up. I'd love to see him break some more tackles, but he is a little bit more of a speed back, so it isn't something that you always expect to see out of him. It is something, though, in order to succeed at the next level, he might have to improve upon. As we go to Joe Basley on the jet sweep, and he spins and breaks a tackle down to the 9-yard line. Big 1st down for the Warhawks. Back to Iverson, showing some power, getting us down to the 5. He's been pretty bottled up today. I wouldn't say he's been as explosive as normal as we take a sack. That's going to back our 3rd and goal all the way up to like the 15-yard line as Mooney barely gets it away. We're going to be forced to settle for 3 again, but that's okay. A 24-13 lead's perfect by me. That's an 11-point advantage. We'll take it. Warhawks drill the field goal. Let's see if our defense can continue to step up as they go to their ground game. That's going to be a solid carry to begin their drive, honestly. But with just 4.5 minutes left here in the 3rd quarter, their defense has to be able to stop us. If they don't, there's going to be nothing they can do if they can't get points on this drive, and we're going to stuff them and make sure that doesn't happen. I'll be honest with you, I kind of hate that call, as we're going to get a flag. We're going to give them the free first down. That is something you cannot do in this situation. That is such a dumb play and a huge mistake. That's going to extend Liberty's drive, give them an opportunity to get out nearly to midfield. I mean, they're at the 43-yard line, as that is a risky throw. He got decked when he threw that, and he threw it into, like, double coverage. So we almost were able to right our wrong there, but let's see if we can keep them under control, and we cannot as the quarterback pulls it on a read option and gets a big play. Our defense has been really good this year, and there's a lot of players I'm so gonna miss. A guy like Emmanuel Hawkins was good. A guy like Devin Darisaw, I mean, he had a low overall, but the dude just produced, and he was going to be back next year. I was hoping to maybe see him take a leap. We have a bunch of guys in the secondary that are moving on after this season, like right there, Jeremiah Moses. This was his only season where he was going to make an impact for us. He got another pick. That's a big stop for us, you know, and so we're kind of going to hit a rebuild next year anyway on the defensive side, especially with the loss of Austin Ackle. I mean, he was just our best playmaker on that side of the ball, so he was somebody that's really going to be hard to replace, and I'm in a way thankful we don't have to worry about doing that for this dynasty, because I don't think I had somebody coming in I was that excited about. But it's 3rd and 10 here, so let's see if we can get a stop. Reese Mooney's going to take a shot. It's JJ Harrell one-on-one, and he toasted him over the top. Touchdown, Warhawks. I think that puts the nail in the coffin here. It's over. We beat Liberty in this game. I don't see how they're going to be able to come back. The 3rd quarter's not quite over, but we're up 31-13. We've been able to stuff them and make the plays that we've needed to make. I think that's going to be a great setup for us to be able to wrap this up and get the victory today. So as far as the future of the channel, we're going to start a new dynasty. Like I said, right now there's only 3 votes on the community tab. So if you want a chance to help me choose our new team, go over there and check it out and drop a vote. I'd truly appreciate it. I want to get the community involved again. I want to make sure I'm engaging with you guys. I want to make sure that you guys really feel like this dynasty is for you and these players come to life. So our next one's going to have to be better than how I handled this one, as, you know, I made mistakes. Like I said, I shouldn't have left UMass. That was a dumb decision. Ultimately, I think that really cost us viewership. I also don't know really what happened, but all of a sudden in August, my channel just like crashed. So I thought it was everybody was getting bored of UMass. So I switched teams, and it just didn't come to life with UL-Monroe, and I felt like people kind of regretted us leaving. Like, I did get a couple comments that weren't the most excited about us moving on, and then, like I said, engagement went away. So I feel like I truly made a mistake by basically leaving UMass, and my lull wasn't about the fact that UMass was bad. I think it was college football started, and people were excited to see the real games, and I wasn't patient enough to, like, let that happen, and then people come back to the video games and watching it, and Madden just released, so people are going to watch the Madden stuff. You know, you got to live and learn, and that's where my mistake was made. And then when people come back, they're like, what the heck? We're at a new team. None of the players we recruited matter. Like, what are we doing here? So I feel like I made a big, big mistake at UMass. Even though I did have the vote in the community tab and a lot of people voted to take a head coaching job, it was not a popular decision because this just didn't go well, honestly. So from now on, we're not doing a Carousel Dynasty, I don't think. We're going to try to build a team to the top, and if we win a title and it gets old, we move to a new team. There's no reason to keep trying to force something that doesn't need to happen. You know, videos and content don't have to go on forever. They don't need to be the entire cycle. And I guess that's something I got to get better about. Just like I'm not going to probably do as much full game out in the next series, or really anymore. I think I want 2-3 games an episode if I can, because I feel like the pace of the series needs to be quicker. I was able to get out a lot of episodes, but we really didn't get that far. I mean, this is year 5. We made it through 5 years in, like, I don't know, probably 80 episodes between the two, or 60 episodes between the two. That's something that I also need to make sure that I have the pace right and I develop that and work on that, because at the end of the day, I'm here to make content for you guys, and I want to make sure that it's entertaining, and I want to make sure the players come to life. I want to make sure you guys want to be engaged in the community and be involved in it, but at the same time, I need to make sure I'm having fun making it. And I think I let the stresses of being on YouTube get me, and that ruined all the fun of this dynasty. And that also started to affect video quality. You know, I need to improve. Not gonna say I don't, but I need to make sure I'm really into what we're doing and make sure I'm doing it right, because you guys deserve it. The videos deserve it. The effort I put in to edit these and make these, it deserves me to do it right and put all my heart and soul into it. So, you know, this game got a little closer at the end here. We didn't get the first down there. It's going to be 4th down in inches, and I think we almost have to go for this to try to close it out. There's a minute 56 left. We're only up by 5, and we get the first down. Big carry there by Nicholson. That's what we needed. I think this is going to wrap the game up. We do have to probably get another first down just to be safe. We did not get it there, but they used another timeout. I believe Liberty only has 1 timeout left. Actually, they have none, so it's going to be close. Like I said, no first down, though. We're not going to be able to use all the time, so we're going to be risk it. So let's see if Nicholson can get it, and he does, and it's actually not Nicholson. That was Munnerlin on the carry. He gets the first down. That's going to allow us to take a knee and wrap up the Bahamas Bowl with a victory. Big ending to Coach Jsi Wint's career here. He goes out with an 8-win season. I'm very impressed by that. After our disappointing loss last week against UL Lafayette, I'm excited to see us come back, have a great game, and wrap up the series on a high note. Guys, we're going to look through stats. We're going to look through the box score like we always do. And I'm probably just going to talk the rest of the way. I'm really thankful for you guys. The series was fun. If you guys are still here watching, tell me your favorite part of the series. Tell me if you think I should have left UMass. I want to hear all the feedback you guys got. I need you guys to be involved. I need to make sure I'm doing the best I can for you guys. My favorite part about being on YouTube is just creating something that other people enjoy. And that's why I'm ending the series, because I don't feel like people enjoy it right now. And that's mostly on me, like I said. So hopefully the next series I can do better. But if you had a favorite part, I want to hear it. My favorite part probably of this entire series was our final season at UMass. I really thought we had things rolling there, and I really thought that one more year and we could win a title. I wanted that head coaching job so bad. We had Quincy Kongbo, who was a great quarterback. I mean, we had guys who were developing. We had a great recruiting class coming in, and I just really felt like things were going well at UMass in that moment, and then I kind of pulled the rug out from under us and left. So from then on, I truly haven't really enjoyed the series. UL-Monroe was an okay choice. I had fun. Like, we had some good players here, and we've had good moments here. But I definitely regret leaving prior to the end of, you know, our time here there at UMass, and like prior to winning it all with UMass, because we had a great thing going there. We had some fantastic recruits that I really thought that if we held on to them, things would just go well, and we'd be able to develop a great team, and we would have a chance to win a title. And I walked away from that, and I regretted it the entire time. I'm not going to lie to you. It was just something that I wish I hadn't have done. But, you know, I went ahead and did it. It is what it is. There's nothing you can do about it now. So as far as future of the channel, draft content's going to ramp up. It's draft season. I love the NFL draft. I plan on doing weekly mock drafts. Basically, there's going to be gaps in there because sometimes things don't change. So why upload a mock draft just to upload it? I do want to do some positional rankings this year. I watch prospects. Now, here's the thing. I don't have all 22 access. So how I watch prospects is I basically found some websites where I can pull up old games and I can watch the games on my iPad and do the best I can from basically TV copies. So it's hard, and I'm going to say it probably leads to me being a little bit inconsistent because an all 22 view might change my perception on a play. But I do a pretty good job, and I think last year I was pretty accurate, and I'm looking to get better and improve upon that. I've been watching prospects already. I've watched quarterbacks, I've watched running backs, I've watched some receivers. Receivers are really hard, especially corners are another one that's really hard to watch because you just can't get that angle quite right, so you can miss things. But I will say, like receivers, you really have to look at their movement skills and see if they have the ability to move, make guys, you know, miss and stuff like that. And then at DB, it's hard. Corners are already hard enough because you can't really watch a play and be like, oh yeah, they made a pass breakup, great job. That pass breakup doesn't necessarily mean anything. In college, there's a lot of bad passes that lead to them just being able to swat it down. A corner is basically all about how do they mirror, how do they move with the guys, how do they have their hands placed, how do they react when the ball's in the air. It's a lot of watching them when there's not a whole lot going on. So corners are a position I really struggle at. I have to watch a lot of times, like a lot of games in order to get a good feel for a guy. Now, I do try to watch just the top prospects for the most part because at the end of the day, I don't have all the time in the world to be able to watch 100 guys. I'd love to, but I just don't think I have that option right now, especially without being able to pull up other game film and just be like, oh, boom, here. I'm going to go ahead and watch this play and watch only his plays and be able to sort it like you hear the other guys who work for like PFF and all these other ones are able to do. So I don't have access to that. So it's a little bit more time consuming. So I only get through like last year was just under 50 prospects. I was almost had enough to release a top 50, which wouldn't have been that accurate because I would have only watched 50 prospects or so. So I guess I didn't have enough. But this year I'm hoping to at least be able to get a full first round ranking. So if I can only do a top 32, that's what I'm hoping to be able to do right before the draft. I have a pretty good feeling on how I feel about these guys. Quarterback class is weak. I mean, I don't know how much you guys follow the draft and if you guys even care in a video like this, me talking about it. But the NFL draft definitely is weak at quarterback this year. Cam Ward has a chance to be great, but he has a lot of issues. Shedeur Sanders, he's a good prospect, not a great prospect. He doesn't have the best arm. He takes way too many sacks. And no, it's not all on the offensive line. And I'm not a hater. I'm rooting for Colorado. He holds the ball sometimes when he shouldn't. And it's frustrating as heck to watch and be like, dude, throw it away, throw it away, throw it away, take a sack. Like, come on, man, you can't do that at the next level. He doesn't have the athleticism to be able to escape. He doesn't have the arm strength to be able to make up for it. Like, hopefully he can improve. There's some gray area there that he has to get better at. Jalen Milroe, he's somebody that's outside of round one in my opinion, but I could see a team sneaking into the back of round one to take. Other than that, I don't see a first round quarterback unless Drew Aller changes his mind, and then he's probably QB1 for me, honestly. I'd trade up to number one for Drew Aller. He looked awesome in the game this past weekend. But this is it. I want to thank you guys for watching the Coach Jsi Wint Carousel Dynasty. I appreciate every minute you guys spent watching it. I'm excited to get our new Dynasty going. Drop a vote on that for me if you would. Have a great day. I'll catch you in the next one. I'm out.